Hey, I'm AJ, and this is Power Publishing. Hey, Power Publishers. I want to talk to you about visualization today. And this is a big one for me. I didn't even really honestly know I was necessarily doing this, but this is about visualizing yourself being successful, visualizing where you're going to be 1 year, 2 year, 5 years from now. What does it look like? If you're not thinking about these things, you're not doing that, or at least maybe you don't consciously think about it. And that's where kind of I was at, to some extent, about certain things. Definitely think about that more and put it out there. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something I have kind of been putting out there for a long time that is now reality. So I'm going to go ahead and jump down and minimize this here. And this is me actually today at Barnes and Nobles. Now, I have been doing this, as you guys know, for a long time, over 13 years now. You're probably tired of hearing me saying that if you're watching a lot of these videos, but that's where I'm at. And we've only just gotten products into mass market, specifically Barnes and Noble and Books a Million, within the last few years, couple of years. And there was a time in my journey where I would go into Barnes and Noble, see all the great games on the shelves, and look at that and just think, oh my gosh, like it'd be so cool to get my game on the shelf there. It would be amazing to our business and be beside some of these other good games. And that's kind of how it started. And so I would go in, not just there. They have board games at my Kroger Marketplace right up here at the road, and I still do it to this day. I go in there and I visualize our games, my game, Van Ryder games on the shelf next to the other ones. They're not there, but I picture them there. And I just sit there and look at it. I mean, we love games anyway, so I'm already going to look at the games because I love games. But as a game maker, I'm also going in there as a reminder there's still more to do. I still have a dream to pursue, a goal to hit. We're going to talk about goals. It was definitely a goal of ours to have a game in mass market. That was the goal. I didn't care if it was Target, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Books a Million, wherever else. There's lots of different Kohl's. I've seen board games there. There's all kinds of stores you can get in. But it's not necessarily easy. So, but I never doubted that we could and would do it. To me, it was just a matter of time. And so, today, we've had Final Girl and Barnes and Noble for a little while now, but now we have Keepers and Garden Guests, and this is almost more special for the fact that these games are not necessarily mega hits in hobby so far, but they definitely have a great mass market appeal. I mean, you can see Garden Guests is up front near the front of the store in the like beautiful things section. It took me a little bit to find it because I'm up back there looking in the board game section. I heard maybe there's a spring promo table it might be on. And so I was kind of searching around and I almost was like thinking, well, maybe it's not here yet. Maybe they don't have it yet. And there I walk up to, these are mostly, I think, journals and artistic things. And of course, Garden Guest art is beautiful and it's an art piece. And Christina Derrick did a great job with the paper cut art. It's an amazing aspect of the game. And so, man, that was super cool kind of to see that. And it excites me that like this may bring us a whole new audience, and it may bring in new people that maybe they just learn about the board game hobby because they were in a Barnes and Noble looking at this beautiful artistic display of different products, and they decided to pick up Garden Guest. I mean, that's amazing to think about. So, I'm very proud. All that to say, like of these two games being their Keepers is designed by me, but honestly, both of these are artistic games. Byron Jajorian, who happens to be our amazing sales director, is also happens to be a world famous nature photographer, and all of the pictures and keepers are from his photography. And I feel like it's a shared dream because Byron loves board games too, and he always tells me about how, you know, his two great loves are nature and board games, and well, nature photography and board games. And Keepers is a mishmash of those two things into one thing that he just loves. And I'm so happy that we were able to work together and figure out a way to make a game with his photography, and that's Keepers. So that one is a incredible, and that is I designed the game, unlike Guardian Guest, which is a Stephen Glenn. Congrats to him as well. He's the designer of Guardian Guest. So it's a special day, special moment, and I just wanted to acknowledge the importance of visualizing that way before it ever happened, years and years before. And there's a lot more to the story I'm actually going to get into in the Power Publishing program, which is this almost never happened. And I'm going to tell you the story of why that's true, how I kind of had to get out of my own way to let this happen. And I think you'll find it interesting. It's definitely something that required me to grow and be a better person, and that needed to happen in order for our games to get into Barnes and Noble. So if you have a dream of getting your game into mass market, that's definitely a doable thing. It may take a long time, could take years, could take 10 plus years. But if that's something you have as a goal and that you want to accomplish, you can definitely do it. And so I'm going to talk to you about some of that. I'm talking to you about what we did, and so much more in the program. So this is going to be also posted a week before the launch of the program, putting 2 videos out today. The other one's going to be about, I talked about one of the modules and programs I'm planning to cover. That one, the other video, goes into a lot more in each of the 3 different tracks: new publishers, all publishers, and small publishers. I'm going to talk about 5, 6, 10 different topics in each one. So go check that out if you haven't. And other than that, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you hopefully in the program. Thanks.